Hey girls, my name's Adrian. I am a part of the Milso Support YouTube channel. The first video is going to be a little bit about me and my fiance, and we have several questions just like the other girls, and they're on my phone. So the first question is, what branch of the service is your boyfriend or husband in? My fiance is in the United States Navy. How long have you been with him? We have been together for about a year and 3 months. We have known each other for about 7, and for about 6 of those years, we were best friends. I met him my freshman year in high school, so we kind of had a lot of years to get to know each other. Did you meet him before or after he joined? I met him way before he joined the military, and even though I knew him for a very long time, he never spoke about joining the military while we were best friends. So when he told me that he was joining the military, I kind of freaked out. Actually, I really freaked out. It wasn't kind of. I cried. I was like, Mom, what am I going to do? You know, it was a mess. What's the hardest part of being a military girlfriend or wife? I would say that the hardest part for me is not having him here to go through the big life changes that happen with growing up and becoming an adult. I'm 22 and I have only ever lived with my parents, so with all of the changes coming, you know, getting a per se big girl job and, you know, bills and all the new things that happen when you become an adult, he has been gone for. So I just miss having him here, you know, to help me go through those changes. When will you get to see your military man? I will get to see him 3 days before our wedding. And when I say that, sometimes people look at me like I'm kind of crazy. But I know that it'll all be okay and it'll work out. We are getting married November 23rd. And hopefully he'll get here November 20th. That's what we're hoping for. Hopefully it works out because we don't have our marriage license yet. And in the state that we live in, you can't get it until I think 30 days prior to your wedding. So, yeah, Friday's the only day we can get it. So hopefully it all works out. Do you two have a good and stable relationship? I would say we have a good and stable relationship, but, you know, like every couple, we have our ups and downs. We have our good days and our bad days. Some days are worse than others, and then some days are better than others. I think it's just part of being in a relationship. Sometimes the distance makes it a little harder, but it'll be all right. Has your boyfriend or husband ever been deployed? No, he hasn't. Thankfully. But, you know, I know it's going to happen eventually. And luckily, some of the girls that I have met, I know that they will be there for me. One of the girls, her husband is deployed right now. So I've kind of been there for her throughout this deployment for her. So hopefully when the roles reversed, she'll be there for me and she can help me more since she's been through it. If so, how many times and where? Again, he hasn't yet. During deployments, do you struggle with being happy? I mean, since he hasn't been deployed, I haven't had to worry about the, you know, not being able to talk as often yet. But sometimes I do struggle with being happy, but most days, 9 times out of 10, I am happy. I learned very early on in his career being in the Navy that I can't live my life not being happy. He wouldn't want me to do that. And when he first left for boot camp, it was awful. I was in my last quarter of nursing school when he left. So that was really hard for me because it was really, really hard. And I didn't have him here to talk to me and, you know, tell me, hey, you're going to do great on that test or blah, 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 blah. So it was hard. Has your relationship ever ended due to distance? No. We didn't. I know some people do break up and it happens and it's okay. I never have wanted to break up with him, so for us, it's never happened. Uniform or civilian clothes? I would say uniform. I love his uniform. I can't wait till we're married and I get to see him come home in his uniform. He would say civilian clothes because they have to wear their uniform. So for him, when every chance he gets to wear civilian clothes is a big deal. But I think everybody is going to say uniform. But we'll see. Has he ever given you his dog tags to wear? Yes, I have a set of his dog tags, but I don't wear them. I know some girls do, and that's fine. I just personally don't because I didn't go to boot camp. I didn't join the military. I'm not risking my life, and I didn't earn them. But that's just him and I. That's just kind of how we feel about it. I know everyone else has their own opinion. They're hanging above my bed and with a little angel that my mom's best friend gave me when he left for boot camp. I like having them here. It makes me kind of sometimes feel a little closer to him, but again, I don't wear them. Do you enjoy dating a military man? I mean, yes. I guess I enjoy it. Nothing really has too awfully changed since he joined the military. Although I did say that I would never marry a man that was in the military. And I've learned, don't say things that you don't want to happen because then they do happen and you're like, what am I supposed to do here? But just remember that everything happens for a reason. Everything. So when I realized that, or I found out that he was joining the military, right around the same time was when my feelings for him were very, very strong, which is when I was deciding if I wanted to make our relationship more than just being best friends. I had already knew that he wanted to, but I had a lot of thinking to do, and then when I did find out that he was joining the military, it took me a month of thinking and just trying to figure out what I wanted until I finally realized that, well, I did want to be with him. Ever wished you had... Oh, just answered that one. Oh, well, ever wished you had met someone who wasn't in the military? No, I kind of just answered both of those questions in one. Do you cherish time more with him since he leaves so much? Yes, I think everybody does. There was one weekend where he came home to see me. He actually surprised me, and he didn't realize that I had plans that weekend that I really couldn't back down from. I was in one of my cousin's bridesmaids, and it was her bachelorette party and bridal shower all in one weekend. So that weekend, I think we spent between 10 and 12 hours together, so it was rough, but it was okay because I knew that he was coming home the following month, so it wasn't like it was the last time we were going to get to see each other for a long time. Is your man trustworthy when it comes to being faithful? Yes, absolutely, 100%. I have never doubted his love for me, and I trust him 100%. I think trust is a huge thing in a relationship, and I don't think it just has to be military relationships either. Just because someone's not in the military, I don't think that there's any less chance of them not cheating or cheating than if someone is in the military. So I think the chances are even no matter what. But I trust him with everything, so I don't really have to worry about anything. Has he ever surprised you with homecomings? Yes, he has twice, and I really loved both of the times. They were awesome. I hope that he does it, more, because it really made me feel very special that he kept a secret from me, because he's not a very good liar to me. He tries to hide things from me, and then it just doesn't work because, I don't know, I just can read him very, very well, and I can totally tell when he's trying to hide something from me. So we'll see if he gets a chance to do it once we're married. It will be interesting. Real men wear combat boots. No, I don't think wearing combat boots makes you a real man. Do I think my fiance is a real man? Yes. But there are also real men, per se, who aren't in the military and don't wear combat boots that, well, are real men. Like my dad. My dad's awesome. And I'm sure other girls, boyfriends, husbands, fiancés that aren't in the military are real men too. I think the definition of a real man is not wearing combat boots. Are you in love with your military man? Yes, I absolutely adore him. Although sometimes he gets on my nerves, but I still love him no matter what. And he has been in love with me for a very, 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 very long time. He says that he has been in love with me since I was 15 when we first became friends. But it took him a long time to really express his feelings. But it's okay because now we get to be together and we got to take those years and grow up and really mature. And if I'm being honest here, I really needed that. And the last question is, if you could tell him one thing, what would it be? I would tell him that I love him very, 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 very much, and that I support him in everything that he does. No matter what it is, I will support him. I know that that he's really, really worried about me being home and not having him here, but I just want him to know that I'm okay, and I can't wait to marry you, and I love you with all of my heart. So that is the end of this video. Come back next week to see what next week's video is about.